Apple recently announced the second-gen HomePod speakers. Apple has made some interesting choices, and there are some things you should know before you even think of getting one. So HomePods are Apple's line of smart speakers. The first generation came out in 2018 with a very heavy price tag of $350. It had such a great sound, Siri integrated, and some smart home capabilities. Due to the underwhelming response, Apple discontinued it and released a smaller version called HomePod Mini for $99. It had better smart home capabilities with Siri and a decent sound quality for the price. It was a huge hit, and now Apple is bringing the second gen of the original HomePod with some changes. As we speak, see if you can figure out a pattern with the new HomePod. I'll disclose it towards the end. First off, its price is a little cheaper at $300 instead of $350. The dimensions are fairly the same as the original one. The top has a round glass panel with a full screen display like the HomePod Mini. When I say full screen display, it will not show any text, video or other information. It's just a visual light to show Siri. You can see the difference between them side by side. The display is also a little recessed from the previous generation. This is also similar to the HomePod Mini. This could be to protect the glass a little better. How does it sound? I've not personally heard of the second gen HomePod yet, but you should know this. The first gen HomePod came with 4-inch woofer and 7 tweeters, but the second gen model has 1 woofer and 5 tweeters. Even if they optimize the sound through software, this is still a downgrade from the original version. We'll hear it in person and see if Apple could really make the sound better with fewer speakers. Other than that, it can support spatial audio and Dolby Atmos. What about the internals? The brain of HomePod also got an upgrade. It is now powered by an S7 chip. This is the same chip found in Apple Watch Series 7 and same as HomePod Mini. It's not the latest chip, but for audio processing and smart home functions, it should be more than capable. It also comes with an ultra-wide band chip to instantly transfer songs playing from your iPhone, and you can do this in HomePod Mini too. The HomePod also has a temperature and humidity sensor. You can use this to check the temperature and even run automations like turning on HomeKit-enabled fan, air conditioner or other smart home products. The sensor hardware was also present in HomePod Mini. It is now being enabled by a software update for everyone to use. It even has an accelerometer. Accelerometer is used to identify movements. I'm not sure why powered HomePod will need an accelerometer. There are 4 microphones in the HomePod 2. They are used to invoke Siri even from a far distance with these far-field microphones. Second, HomePod also uses the microphone to listen to the audio it's playing in the room and tweak it for better acoustics. It can sense the room and optimize the sound in real time. The microphones can also detect glass breaking or smoke detector sounds and can alert you in case of emergencies. The 4 microphones are also similar to the one in HomePod Mini, so you can expect similar performance of HomePod Mini in terms of Siri. Do you know which speaker had a better microphone than HomePod 2? The HomePod First Gen. That's right, the HomePod First Gen had 6 Fairfield microphones. This is yet another downgrade from 2018 model. Okay, what else is different? Wi-Fi. The new HomePod supports 802.N or Wi-Fi 4 standard that supports up to 450 Mbps data rate. This is more than sufficient for high quality audio, and it's the same that is used in HomePod Mini. Although the first gen HomePod supported Wi-Fi 5 standard, which had over 1000 Mbps data rate. So technically this is yet another downgrade from 2018 model. HomePod 2 also supports Bluetooth 5.2, same as HomePod Mini. Another big disadvantage is, unlike most speakers out there which can support multiple streaming services like Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, etc., HomePod will support only Apple Music, not even Spotify. You can AirPlay them, but you cannot ask Siri to play them directly from Spotify, which almost most speakers do today. You can use 2 HomePod speakers to create a stereo music system. You can do this with your HomePod Mini too. But there is always a but with Apple. You can only connect 2 HomePods of the same generation, meaning you cannot connect one HomePod first gen with another HomePod second gen to create a stereo pair, or with another HomePod Mini. They both have to be first gen or second gen. There is no hardware limitation that is preventing this feature, but Apple decided to do it that way. Having different speakers for left and right will not be a good musical experience, but I think that should be the user's prerogative to decide. Okay, like I said before, were you able to see any pattern with the HomePod second gen? This is still a downgrade from the original version. This is yet another downgrade from 2018 model. So technically this is yet another downgrade. Another big disadvantage, the sensor hardware was also present in HomePod Mini. The 4 microphones are also similar to the one in HomePod Mini. Also similar to the HomePod Mini. Screen display like the HomePod Mini. And same as HomePod Mini. Same as HomePod Mini. There's not one, but there are 2 patterns here. That's right. It's very similar to HomePod Mini, and it's a very big downgrade from the HomePod First Gen. Fewer speakers, fewer microphones, not the latest chip, older Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, no upgrade to the design, all this makes a very big downgrade from the first gen. And it has same processor, same internals, same sensors, same microphone, same Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, same features as the HomePod mini. Apple essentially took HomePod mini internals and put it in HomePod body with fewer speakers. In my opinion, it is definitely not worth the $300 price tag. I have a feeling that the experience won't be very different from the HomePod first gen. But let's see if there is any other computational audio magic that can happen with the HomePod second gen. Another interesting aspect is people are not expecting high fidelity sound quality from a smart speaker. HomePod 1 was a flop, HomePod mini was a huge hit. Google Home Max was a failure, Google Nest Mini was everywhere. Amazon Echo Dot is a huge hit compared to Echo Studio. People get dedicated speakers for audio listening at over $300. Mixing both and being average at both is not something that has succeeded in the past. We'll see how HomePod second gen will be different. This is Sanjana. Bye-bye.